The Dave Barksdale Court here inside the famed Armory, the Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center, and set for a matchup between the red and black of Nitro and the blue and gold of Shady Spring. Again, weather wreaked havoc on this great event a year ago. Just 3 games. Mark, there's 3 games left here
exactly
in this evening session. So we're at this late afternoon matchup set to unfold. Big day of basketball in the state of West Virginia. Mountaineers with a win earlier today. Got the Kansas Jayhawks again.
Got an 11-point win, 7-5 against the Jayhawks in the Coliseum. I noticed Coach Self, he didn't wear his cage jacket that Coach Huggins had got him, but he did have a pullover on.
Okay, gotcha. Well, you know, just a neat event. They got banners of all the schools here, and again, 16-time champion Beckley Woodrow Wilson here. Greenbrier East really has a nice, solid team. Of course, the 2 teams we're getting set to see meet here, Nitro and Shady Spring. Princeton, South Charleston was here, Logan, West Side. A lot of good teams making their way here to Beckley this week.
Yeah, again, Mike Green, I spoke to him earlier this week. We got to visit a couple times, and this is a year-round thing. He works on it. You know, he'll start working on it next week. Likes to have it all kind of wrapped up by April and everything put together by June. So a good number of the top basketball teams in West Virginia been here this week.
And you being a former coach, it's not easy to schedule games. And then can you imagine trying to do for 6 days, several games a day?
Hey, let's not the games, the officials, all the people behind the scenes. I mean, you know, they have a hospitality room for the media and people that are helping them here, and it's just it's number one.
Well, Nitro getting to the state championship of AAA a season ago. Shady has had a great run there in Charleston in championship games. Had those great battles with Fairmont Senior, just went back and forth year after year. Dave Retton and his great crew. So we are just about set for basketball action. Nitro and Shady, delighted to have all of you with us here. Earlier in the day, they had the Special Olympics matchup. Fayette County, Raleigh County, Princeton, Wyoming East faced off. Princeton got the victory in boys play. And Huntington and University just played a girls matchup. Huntington winning that one. So Lonnie Lucas takes another step toward win number 1,000.
Coach Lucas just loved talking to him. He's an institution here in West Virginia. What a great guy.
I've never witnessed Lonnie not coach a game without a sport coat on, and he had one on today. All right, Nitro has the basketball to get it going here. Settle in. This could be a fast-paced game, Mark.
Guarantee you Shady's in there man-to-man. They normally like playing right over here, right off the bat. And the receiver, the All-American receiver from Ripley High School was not able to make the catch.
That daggone pin got in my way. That one had some zip on it, too. Kelly Mann, who will coach in a game later here, was a great athlete at Old Peterstown High, Virginia Tech, and then Concord and Concord's Hall of Fame. Those Mavericks here. Talking to him earlier today, didn't know I played college football. I told him he was a wide receiver. I hope he's not here to see that exhibition of catching a ball. All right, Nitro coming up empty on its first possession. And now the Tigers go on the attack. Gabe Short, sophomore.
Shady's post players are probably the most inexperienced on their team. Their guards have experience from last year, all started last year, or played a lot off the bench.
Open from the outside, three-pointer on the way. Wouldn't go for Jace Bailey. They got 2 freshmen who are outstanding. Both are named Jace. Jace Square, drive and off the glass. Won't fall through there. And now it's Shady back to work.
You'll see Shady, every chance they get the double team out of their man-to-man, look for them to trap.
Shot up and good. Nitro has the first lead of the game. Ty Stevens putting it through. Stevens normally wearing number 0. Got him at 24 for this contest. His father, Jared, was a great quarterback at Hurricane. Unfortunately, broke his leg in the North-South practice. Didn't get to play in the game. Went to Glenville and was on that squad and a part of that program for a few years. So Caleb Thomas commits the foul for Nitro.
Nitro a little less pressure out there man-to-man, more of a sagging man-to-man.
2-0 lead for the Wildcats. Shady trying to answer, and here's Kobe Dillon. Had 21 the other night here in Dillon. Now he's at 1,002 points for his career.
He's a heck of a player.
Very selfless.
Excellent soccer player as well.
Caleb Thomas to Stevens. Stevens will rifle. Gets the front into the iron there, and Cutter Boggs with the rebound. And Ronnie Olson in his 11th season guiding the Shady Spring program, 192 victories. Austin Lowe in his 8th campaign with Nitro. He's at a win total of 88. Gabe Short spinning in, dumped down, and the Tigers maintain it. And Cutter Boggs drives to the hoop and is fouled.
Yeah, Cutter's got some experience last year in JV, and he's really came right into that here in his varsity season, playing real well.
Colin Crouch committed the foul. It's his first. Boggs averaging 12 a game. Can't get the first free throw to drop. Another one coming. And the Tigers
look for them to trap anytime they get a chance around half court.
Just a good old-fashioned cat fight I think we're going to have here, don't you?
Yeah, that's right.
On the move, shot will not go there for Chris Radcliffe, a great football player for Nitro. Nitro was playing for the AAA state championship against Princeton, and Princeton had some football players on the court here, as does Nitro. Ball stripped out of bounds, and it is going to be Tigers basketball.
If you talk to most coaches, they'll tell you Shady's very handsy. I mean, they're going to reach. They might slap a little bit, but there's a good point of it. They had hands in there after that basketball, and it worked out for them.
Really good officiating crew here with Greg Fournette, Randy Rader, Rob Pecora. Guy's been doing it a long time. Wide open, and the shot will not drop there for Gabe Short. Radcliffe races across the 10-second line. Stevens. This one's going to be short by Radcliffe, but a nice put back there by Colin Crouch. Crouch again coming in, averaging 20 a game. He had 21 and 9 rebounds in a win earlier this week here in the Invitational against Liberty. So Nitro back on top. And we're going to have a foul called on Shady Spring, and it's going to be Cutter Boggs whistled for the foul. His first. And that will be foul number 1 on Shady. Nitro has 2. Jace Lilly, a 6'6" freshman. The other Jace.
And he's gave them some great minutes here early on this season.
Stands 6'6", 160, just a freshman.
You can see Shady's want to play up in your face. That's their style. They're very physical defensively. they hang their hat on defense.
Eli Sexton, 6'1" sophomore. Best defender according to Ronnie Olson on this Tiger team. He picks up the foul. Now 2 on the Tigers. Ty Stevens, ever dangerous. And this guy can pop it from the outside, and he shows you right there. Timmy Lovejoy, inside, outside, Mark.
Yeah, just great form. Follow through. He was squared up. Good screen set down inside to get him open.
And by Dillon fights inside, can't get it to go. Stevens finding a wide open, streaking Julian Hill, and the Wildcats sprint out to a 9-3 lead. We break away here inside the Armory. Nitro and Shady here. 2:43 to go in the first.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota-certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
Up there at the Shady Spring bench. And how about Lovejoy, Mark?
There he is knocking it down. Got to see a good look at it. Great crew we have here with us today. Have Andrew Bolin on replay. Nice to see that.
And the heavy hitter, right?
And the heavy hitters producing today, Nick Eskins.
4 different players have scored for Nitro. Dillon out front with the basketball has the only field goal at the moment for the Tigers. Driving in, nice dish, but knocked away by the Wildcats. Lilly had the right idea, but good D by Nitro. And then Stevens with his second bucket of the game.
A totally different Nitro team than we saw earlier this week against Liberty. They came ready to play. They're matching Shady's pressure, and they're pushing the ball up and down the floor.
Jace Lilly hits the deck.
Here's a replay. It's a good shot there inside, rebounding and the foul.
And that will put the youngster Jace Lilly at the line, averaging 8 and collecting 8 rebounds a game. So into the game for Shady, Jace Bailey. Cutter Boggs will go out. Another free throw coming here for Jace Lilly. Elijah Johnson, number 12, has checked in for Nitro.
Nitro's done an excellent job staying away from the traps, moving the ball.
Little finger roll there by Crouch. Couldn't get it to go. Johnson, who just checked in, collects the miss. And here's Stevens on the drive and scoring.
Really surprised at the success that Nitro's been able to have to beat the defender and get to the basket. I'm sure that Coach Olson addressed that in his timeout.
So Shady back to work now offensively. Gabe, short ball loose and scooping it up, Lilly, and he draws contact.
Coach Ronnie Olson has 2 state championships, probably would have won a 3rd one, but didn't get a chance during the COVID year. He's just an excellent coach, hard-nosed. His players take his personality, and that's how they play.
Stevens picks up the foul. That's his first, and 4 on the Wildcats as Lilly hits the free throw to make it a 13-5 game. And, you know, Ronnie was just on the verge of winning a state championship as a player, too, wasn't he, Mark?
Yeah, they made it to the finals when he was playing at Independence.
Took on Ted Talkington, and that Magnolia bunch. Good pressure by the Tigers on the move. Up with a shot and putting it through, Eli Sexton. Closing the gap are the Tigers from Shady Spring. Crouch driving, and he lands on the deck here and get the foul called here.
When I spoke to Coach Lowe there before they played Liberty, he said they'd had their 3 best practices of the season. Of course, that's been a couple days ago. So, again, both these teams are look midseason form here.
Three team fouls now on Shady as Sexton committed the foul. 13-8, 31.3 to go here. A chance for Shady to trim the deficit a bit more here. Trailed by as many as of 8 here in this opening quarter of play. Sexton drives and can't get it to go. Crouch. A bolt of lightning comes out there with the basketball, and then a foul going to be called. Sexton now with 2 fouls, 4 on Shady, 4 on Nitro. And good defense by Jace Lilly. And Lilly, the freshman, goes up and puts it through. Great defense and turn it into offense to end this first quarter play. The youngster can get up, Mark.
Hey, great anticipation. That's a good basketball IQ. That was a straight line pass. He anticipated it, took it in, and finished it.
Nitro by 3. We head to the second in a moment here on Video Productions.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota-certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
Ronnie Olson huddled with his Tigers of Shady Spring. Good recovery by Shady there in the first quarter.
Well, if you've seen Shady play, you know anything about Coach Olson, these guys are never going to slow down. They're not going to slow down if they're 8 behind or they're ahead by 18.
Shady will have the basketball to start out this second quarter of play. In 2 programs that have faced off with each other in Charleston in the AAA semifinals. Here's Lilly again, putting it through. Lilly with 5 in the game for Shady Spring. Got a glimpse there with that dunk, what he's going to be about in a few years.
You better believe it. I mean, I'm Coach Olson. I'm just smiling, just knowing going to have him.
Lovejoy has that beautiful left-hand shot. Can't get that one to go down. Here come the Tigers. Dillon on the move. What a move.
Kobe just, I tell you what, he can play. He knows what to do. Experience. He's been a starter for Beckley since he was a freshman, and now here at Shady, his senior season.
That was a 13-4 game, 10-0 run for Shady. Crouch muscles his way in. Couldn't get it to go, but second effort, second chance, and drops it in. And Nitro goes back in front. Eli Sexton. Dillon feeds it down low. Nice move underneath by Gabe Short. Gets on the board and draws the foul. Shady goes back into the lead.
Just a great assist by Kobe. Gabe Short, he knows what to do with it when he gets it. Kobe Dillon, he's just our quarterback on the floor.
The team foul number 1 here, second quarter. Short could not get it to go through, and ball goes out of bounds. It stays with Shady. Austin Lowe pleading his case. Dillon with it for the Tigers. Short thought about it. Sexton will launch. Rattles around, won't go, and Lovejoy, 6'7" senior, goes up to get the rebound. Takeaway by the Tigers. Shady with the lead and looking to add to it. Ball knocked away by Caleb Thomas. Thomas had been hurt and just getting back into the fold, and it had Stevens running the point a lot. Julian Hill will check out for Nitro. And Radcliffe will return.
Both teams been man-to-man the whole first half, sticking with it. Looks like we got an illegal screen.
It's going to go against Lilly. That's his first. Each team with a foul here in the second quarter. Austin Lowe's coaching staff consisting of Mark Spradlin, John Stevens, and Derek Woodrum. Ronnie Olson is flanked by Eric Lawson and John Smith. Thomas, Stevens. Couldn't get that one to go, but Radcliffe comes away with it, and Nitro will reset here. Crouch wants to penetrate. Crouch a little short. Cutter Ball's got the rebound, and now here's Dillon darting to the hoop and scoring.
When Kobe gets it, he knows what to do with it, Aller. He's going to take care of it. He's going to find the open man. He's an outstanding basketball player.
Comes into this one averaging 22. Shady Spring by 3. Lovejoy got the pass down there on the block, and he's fouled from behind. That's going to be 2 on Jace Lilly. Crouch in the lane. Turnaround won't go. Lovejoy rebound off the glass and in.
Yeah, they needed that, Mark. The last 3 shots hadn't even hit iron.
Lovejoy with 5 now in the game. Shady by 1. Driving and then getting a piece of that one was Crouch. Short took it to the hole. Radcliffe, great athlete, good speed. Thomas going to launch and connect, hits the three-pointer. Second 3 of the game for Nitro, and the Wildcats go back in front 20-18. Dillon driving, Dillon scoring, and Dillon gets fouled.
Yeah, nice drive to the basket. Good finish. Got the chance to get the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Crouch now with 2. Jace Bailey is back in, and Gabe Short heads out. Driving and scoring. How about Sexton?
Yeah, heck of a sophomore. I mean, just, again, all these guys can handle the ball. They're all shooters, and they're well coached. That's a great combination.
20-20 is our score. Here's Lovejoy. Gets it to Stevens. You cannot leave Stevens alone for very long. That one off the mark. Down the floor, Dillon lays it in.
They just beat Nitro back that time. You know, Nitro's players were down close to the baseline, and Shady's going to run. They're great job looking down the floor.
Sexton with the assist. 22-20. Boy, what hustle by Dillon. Then he spins, and that one won't go. Lilly went in for the rebound, and a foul is called.
But here you see it again. I mean, Kobe's a magician, you know. When he let it go, I said, this is going to go in just because of the great move he made. Just pure hustle. That just goes to show you, you know, they've got talent, but if you hustle, good things happen.
Well, a tough blow there for Nitro, Mark, as Timmy Lovejoy picks up his third.
Yeah, that's won't see him any the rest of this half.
Number 3 with 3, and Austin Lowe does not want to see that young man sitting by him. He wants him out on the court. Dillon couldn't get that shot to go. Radcliffe trying to get things under control, and now here is Hill, and then it's going to be Stevens. You're going to need him to come up big here. Dribble drive there on the baseline won't go, and what a dish there to Cutter Boggs, and that will go. Sexton to Boggs.
They see the floor so well, and again, they run the floor well. You run the floor, you get rewarded.
Under 2 minutes to go here in this exciting first half of play. And Mark, how about Thomas? He's finding it.
Yeah, their shootings kind of came back. Didn't lost it there in the first part of the second quarter. They found it.
24-22 our score. Short drives, and Short puts it through. He's got 4 in the game, all here in the second quarter. Caleb Thomas gets it into the hands of Julian Hill, who couldn't get that one to fall. Shady with a chance to extend it out here, up 4. Dillon dashing, cut off, and now it's Sexton with it. Under a minute now to go in this opening half of play. Between these outstanding programs, Dillon, beautiful pass and open and scores.
He's just probably getting tired of hearing me saying it. He's a great distributor. He's a great player, both ends, offense and defense.
Jace Bailey got his first bucket. Now here's Stevens trying to answer, and they got a piece of that attempt.
They're just out physical Nitro right now.
Absolutely, and now here's Dillon, a flick of the wrist. A 3 will go. It's the first 3 for Shady, and that gives them a 9-point edge. Crouch will drive and score. Boy, did Nitro ever need that.
They sure did. Need to stop here, too, which you just got.
A good job by Stevens, and Stevens is fouled. 1.1 showing on the second quarter clock.
Yeah, here's that 3 by Kobe, knocking it down.
Nitro with a pair of 3-pointers. Lovejoy nailed one. Thomas got one. Stevens at the free throw line. %70 free throw shooter and will knock in the second of two. 31-25, and getting it back was Thomas, who had 5 points in the second quarter. Not just what we dialed up, Mark. Good half.
Yeah, excellent half. Two good basketball teams. Can't wait for the second half.
All right. Mark's posing for pictures here inside this grand arena, and we have hit halftime here. It's Shady Spring 31, Nitro 25. Coverage of the 2026 New River CTC Invitational continues in a moment.
So they were.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota-certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
Okay. Well,
is that the president? That's
yeah.
the president of the school.
Yes. Yeah, she's dressed like a.
So each team had a 9-point lead, I think. Yeah.
What are they doing? Is this for a video?
Takes 5 people.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Gotcha. Welcome back here to Beckley. Halftime. Shady Spring and Nitro, a 31-25 lead for the Tigers from Raleigh County. Nitro built a 9-point lead in the first quarter at 13-4, but before that opening 8 minutes ended, the Tigers had shaved it to a 13-10 deficit, and then Shady really got going in that second quarter, Mark.
Yeah, they sure did. I mean, they're just pressure. They're pressure when the bus pulls up, and that's the way Coach Olson does it. And you can see they feed off of it. The crowd feeds off of it. The bench feeds off of it. And even sometimes when they don't get a turnover or they miss a basket, it's just nonstop. A lot of times happened in Nitro there in the middle of the second quarter. They just out physical Nitro and beat them up and down the court.
Thomas did a nice job there for Nitro in that second quarter. And Wildcats and Tigers talking it over at the break. We will take a break, talk individual numbers for you when we return here to Beckley in just a moment.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Stores, fuel your adventure to West Virginia.
The purpose of New River Health is to provide primary medical care to individuals who may not have insurance. We don't turn anybody away based on their ability to pay.
It's just high quality, affordable care close to home. The administration here lets me take care of patients. If I think it's important to take care of patients in a certain way, they say, go right ahead. And that has really allowed me to sort of branch out and do the right thing for patients in the community.
We see these people every day. They're our neighbors. That's why it's important to us that we treat them as if they're family, because they are our family.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
Start the year in drive right now. Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Silverado 1500 models with over $7,000 in total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Start your future this spring at New River Community and Technical College. With affordable programs, real hands-on training, and flexible classes at all campuses, your next step starts today. Enroll now at newriver.edu.
West Virginia has mountains of potential.
I grew up in the Kanawha Valley. It's a privilege to be a West Virginian. What we've got to continue to drive in this state is that concept of hope for the future, moving not just West Virginia forward, but moving the nation forward.
West Virginia is for hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota-certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
Nitro returning to the court here, trailing 31-25. Individual scoring in this game. Kobe Dillon leads Shady Spring with 9. Jace Lilly has 7. 4 points each for Gabe Short and Eli Sexton. 3 points for Cutter Boggs, and Jace Bailey had 2. Leading the way for Nitro was Ty Stevens with 7. Cullen Crouch has 6, 5 each for Timmy Lovejoy and Caleb Thomas, and Julian Hill scored 2 points for Austin Lowe's crew. And certainly a concern mark for Nitro would be Timmy Lovejoy's situation, 3 fouls.
Yeah, he's going to have to, you're going to have to probably not be as physical, and knowing Shady, they're going to pick that up, and I would look for them to attack him every chance they get. Another thing that is a big factor there early on in this game, first half, Nitro had 5 turnovers, Shady had 0. Shady got to the line, attempted 7 foul shots, made 4 of them. Nitro only shot 2 foul shots, so you can just tell Shady's really been attacking the basket, getting in the paint area, and so far I think that's one of the big differences of the game.
All right, we'll take our final break here at the break and come back. Exciting second half on its way here at the Armory. It's a 31-25 lead for Shady Spring.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
Start the year in drive right now. Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Silverado 1500 models with over $7,000 in total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota-certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
It has been an exciting week here inside the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center. Action started on Monday. You were here for the first game, right?
Oh, yes. Did the first one.
Sherman defeated Webster, and then Nitro played and downed Liberty. South Charleston was a winner over Martinsburg in the Battle of Orange and Black, and Shady also played on Monday and handed Westside a loss. Westside guided by first-year head coach Michael Asbury. We'll talk about the week as we move along, but we got a good one here. A 31-25 lead for Shady Spring. Wildcats with the ball to begin the second half of play. Crouch. Tough shot there and couldn't get it to go, and here's Dillon.
Yeah, you need to take advantage of those easy shots, those chippies near the basket against this Tiger basketball team.
Gabe Short darts in, off balance, got it to go. Short now with 6 in the game. 8-point cushion for Shady Spring. Each team had an advantage of 9 in the first half. A nice pass there and a good play by Stevens.
Yeah, nice dive to the basket. Good assist.
33-27. Stevens now with 9. So Stevens has 9 for Nitro. Short also has 9 as he drills the three-pointer. Second of the game for the Tigers. That was nothing but net.
Yeah, these 4 of these players out here right now can all shoot the ball from the outside.
Chris Radcliffe out front with it, and Radcliffe going to be hit with the violation. You don't see that as often as you once did, do you think?
No, you don't, because I don't think that many people play as good as defense as they used to. You do when you have a Shady game.
Sammy Hall is handing out T-shirts here, but I didn't get one, did you?
Well, no, I didn't, but I have a lot of T-shirts.
Drive by Sexton. Puts it through. He's got 6, and it's an 11-point advantage for the Tigers of Shady Spring. Ronnie Olson's crew with the big lead here. First double-digit lead of the game. Nitro wanting to talk it over.
I think it's going to be a 30-second timeout.
Here's Austin Lowe, 8th year as the head coach. Had 2 sons who were great athletes there at Nitro, Trevor and Derek. Derek graduated last season. He lost some good players, Derek Lowe, Landon Poniatowski, and Austin Crouch. Of course, 3 great seniors who helped lead you to a state championship game.
Yeah, you hate to see those kind go. You wish you get them back a year. You know, maybe appeal like in NCAA and you can play for 6 or 7 years. That's that doesn't happen in high school. It's like I used to tell my guys, hey, there's no do-overs. You're going to get to do this one time.
All right, so the Wildcats will try to collect themselves and get back in this thing. Now Sexton guarding Thomas pretty close to the vest.
Yeah, they're going to go to that line, and sometimes they get called for and sometimes they don't. But you just love the style of play that Shady Spring has on both ends of the floor.
Sexton has 3 fouls, as does Lovejoy for Nitro. Crouch working against Cutter Boggs. Crouch spinning, maneuvering, trying to keep it alive, but Boggs going to win that battle.
Yeah, had good positioning there.
Nitro gets it back and up, and it won't drop for Stevens off the feed from Crouch. And a foul going to be called on Shady.
And here's the replay. We're going to take another good look at it.
And Sexton just picked up his 4th mark.
That's big. That's big. He's their top defender. He's right there with Kobe, handling the ball, pushing the ball.
Stevens drops in the free throw. He's now 2 of 3 at the line. Stevens has 10 in the game. So Sexton goes out, and Jace Lilly, who had 7 first-half points, heads in for the first time here in the second half.
Yeah, Chase, big kid, did a good job offensively. He won't give you the defense out front, had to shuffle some players around.
38-29. 2 free throws made there by Stevens, who now has 11 in the game. Gabe Short to Cutter Boggs. Now here is Kobe Dillon. Dillon driving. Dillon lifting it up and scoring. Dillon in double figures with 11. Wildcats must answer, and they can't there. Lovejoy had a good look at it. Crouch did. Dillon comes out of there with it for Shady on the move and will take it coast to coast.
Hey, it's Kobe Dillon's show right now. He knows what to do when he gets the ball in his hands.
13-point advantage. Shady, biggest lead of the game. And Nitro has lost once. Shady Spring has lost twice. Into the game for Shady. Robert Lynch. Dillon gets it into the hands of Short. His shot won't go, but Lilly there at the rebound and goes up strong. Couldn't get it to drop, and the Tigers come away with it. Good quick hands by Radcliffe, but the Tigers still have the ball. And here's Lilly again. It all started with Lilly, and it ends with Lilly.
Yeah, he just comes in. You know, he's a battler. You just love that type play. No quit attitude, and he just kept getting after it. You see the play right here on our replay.
Lilly with 9 points makes it a 44-29 game, and a free throw coming.
You lose the guard play with the foul issue, but with Lilly, inside game just gets a lot stronger.
Lilly now has 10 in the game. A 45-29 lead. Ronnie Olson's team stretching it out here against the red and black clad Nitro Wildcats. Stevens, an all-stater, going to try to fight to get his team back in it. Way outside, Stevens can't get it to go, and Cutter Boggs comes away with the rebound and thrown away by the Tigers.
Yeah, you rarely seen that. They didn't have any turnovers the first half. Nitro needs to get some baskets here. If they want to have a chance getting themselves back in this game.
The Wildcats with it. Down 16. And boy, good quick hands again by Cutter Boggs. Boggs, a sophomore. When you look at that lineup for Shady in that roster, and freshmen and sophomores. Get this guy right here, number 2, the senior leader, Dylan. Shady Spring going to call a timeout here. Going to be a full timeout. We will break away here in Beckley. Shady Spring by 16 over Nitro.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started. Braylon Redmond will send it in for Shady Spring. Live coverage here of the 2026 New River CTC Invitational, being sponsored in part by your local Little General Stores and your Southern West Virginia Chevrolet dealers. 45-29 lead. Dillon, bouncer, Boggs. Dillon will fire, and Dillon coming up short there, and then a nice block underneath by Julian Hill. It will stay with Nitro. Redmond will head out for Shady, and checking in will be Jace Bailey. Gabe Short is the trigger here with 2:25 to go in the third. Fade away, baseline, Short gets it.
Gabe's really having a good game. I mean, he's doing it from everywhere, outside, posting up, on the run. Gabe's a good player.
He has 11 in the game now, 47-29. The Shady Spring lead has grown to 18. Stevens backs out. Shot on its way, and knocking it through is Thomas. Can't say enough about Thomas in this game, Mark.
No, and you know what? He's the offense. Need to keep getting it to him here. They need a lot of baskets.
And Nitro comes up empty on that possession. So the Wildcats go back to work. And here's Stevens eyeing a three, and he's got it. Stevens, get him going. That would help the calls.
It sure can. They've had some open looks. They've taken advantage of it here their last two trips down.
Stevens has 14 in the game. Nitro has 3 3-pointers.
Nitro's playing this sagging man-to-man to try to take the middle way, get help defense.
47-34. Under a minute to go. Dillon slicing through the lane, and contact is made.
Yeah, you'd like to see, if you're looking at it from Nitro's point, to stay square. They didn't stay square. Kobe took it to the hoop. Had a chance maybe for a charge, but they turned it the last minute. They're going to call the foul on the defense every time when you do that.
Foul going to be called on Hill. Dillon knocks in the free throw. Miles Clark will head into the game for the first time for Shady. He's a junior, good role player, a defensive specialist. Dylan, a specialist in all areas.
Sure is.
Puts in both free throws. 49-34. And a whistle, and it's going to go against Nitro.
Here's a look at it. I guess it was a walk there, kind of when he was inside more, and it was a little late whistle.
See the Golden Bear logo there. You do some tech games here. So this
Dave Barksdale Court,
yeah.
Also where Woodrow Wilson plays their home games, most of them.
Ronnie Olson, as the head coach at Shady, Mark, has had great success in this building. 22-2.
That is. He's knocked off Beckley here in the past few years. They used to not play, but they've started playing the past few years, and Shady's had their number.
Dylan had some good numbers in that third. Makes it a 51-34 game as we head to the final 8 minutes of play. Nitro with a lot of work to do here at the 2026 New River CTC Invitational.
Before you hit the Hatfield and McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Stores, fuel your adventure to West Virginia.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one, your sister, your buddy, the ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
Start the year in drive. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Silverado 1500 models with over $7,000 in total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Away we go to the fourth quarter here inside the Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center. A 51-34 lead. Well, if you're Shady, what must you do to maintain this huge advantage? And what do you have to do if you're Nitro?
Well, Shady, I'm going to say value every possession, take care of the ball. Nitro, you're going to have to take chances. You're going to have to get up and down the floor, limit Shady to one shot, and make shots, which have been streaky for Nitro today.
Dylan, who scored to end that third quarter, he has 17 in the game.
Shady will do their weave here. That's their kind of patent and weave when they want to run a little clock.
And Shady with 2 losses, both to schools from Morgantown, the Mohegans and University. We'll throw in a little football here. A former Mohegan is getting set to coach in a National Football Championship game, Mark. Kurt Signetti.
Sure is.
What a pass! And looking for his second dunk of the game was Lilly. Couldn't get it to go down.
We get a break. I'll tell you one of my favorite stories about Coach Signetti.
Caleb Thomas, very good athlete, and he's played well here for Nitro, but coughs that one up, and the white-clad Tigers come back with the basketball. Dylan maneuvers, dumps it off, and Cutter Boggs, or check that, Jace Lilly will put it through.
Yeah, exactly what is happening is what Nitro really can't let happen. They need stops and they need finishes on the offensive end.
Jace Lilly has 12 in the game. Here's Stevens, launching and connecting. And Stevens now with 17 in the game, and a timeout here by Coach Austin Lowe. Well, tell me your Coach Signetti story as we watch Stevens bury that three.
So after a game when Coach Signetti's father, Frank, was the head coach at West Virginia, he and a friend they were out in the car, and he comes out after the game, gets in the car, and he turns and he tells them, he said, just remember, this is why you don't go into a profession where the success depends on 17, 18, and 19-year-olds. I guess it's worked out okay, though.
Yeah, he tried to sway both of his sons from going into coaching. Did your dad do that to you? He was a coach.
No, he didn't, but not quite on the level of the Signetti family. But no, my dad, he did tell me one time, he said, you want to be a teacher and a coach? He said, you must not want to make any money. So,
well, if you are a guy that has questioned, should I take a chance or not, I think Curt Signetti is a great example. He was doing quite well as an assistant, been in some nice programs, and he was at the best with Alabama and Nick Saban, and takes about a $400,000 pay cut to go be the head coach at IUP, and he is now on the brink of a national crown in just 2 years. Going to be a lot of fun. Got to go to Miami to win it as you go on to face the Hurricanes a week from Monday. Meanwhile here, 53-37.
Nitro's going to have to take some chances defensively. They're just not going to be able to lay back.
Well, wide open was Gabe Short, and he drains his second three of the game. 56-37, the pass down there won't go, unfortunately, for Elijah Johnson. And now on the other end, block there by Lovejoy as Sexton went strong to the bucket. Sexton with 4 fouls.
Yeah, here's another look at it. It's a good block.
Cutter Boggs comes out for Shady Spring, and Jace Bailey is back in.
People make a big deal of a block. Really, nobody hurt. Shady retains possession of the basketball.
Dillon darts in, forces it up, and got it to go. I just threw that one up there.
He fought through the physicality, and you know what? We say he threw it up there. I'm telling you, he probably knew he was going to make it all along.
See that three there by Short, and then Dillon follows with that tough two-pointer, and he gets three the old-fashioned way. (59-37). 22-point lead. But this might be the game of the tournament, but at this moment, Shady Spring. They got going there, Mark, late in that first quarter, and they kind of just have kept the foot on the pedal ever since.
Yeah, they've played almost perfectly today. Haven't had hardly any turnovers. They've done everything right. Shots have fallen, but they've worked for it. They worked for it on both ends.
Thomas to Crouch. Crouch will put up the one-hander and get it to go. Crouch with his first bucket of this second half makes it 59-39. He has 8 in the contest. Kobe Dillon. Again, he needed 21 points earlier in the week in that game against Westside, and the bucket good by Lilly. Lilly has 14 in the game, 4 in this fourth quarter. He needed 21, and that's what he got. Exactly 21.
And all that was set up with that great pass.
Well, Ronnie Olson, we talked about, he's won 22 games out of 24 here since he's been the coach at Shady, and he talks about how much playing here helps you if you can make it to Charleston.
Oh, no doubt.
Lovejoy's shot won't go. Nitro maintains possession of the basketball. Now Lovejoy this time going to drive, goes down, foul will be called.
If you want to say one bad thing about it, here's the replay again. Is when you give Nitro or any team when they're behind a chance to score without the clock running. But that's about the only thing that Shady has done well today. They've been, you could almost say, they've been perfect.
Up and in is Lovejoy. Lovejoy with 6. Came in averaging about 9 a game. And a nice looking 3 back in the first quarter. Just one other field goal that was in the second. And since then he'd been silenced. Again, he'd been dealing with the foul issue. 3 at the moment. 61-41, 20-point Shady Spring lead. Now, I have developed a really nice relationship through the years doing these games for video productions, as Short's shot is short. And here's Crouch, and a one-hander by Crouch. Nice play, and he has 10 in the game. Came in averaging 20. When I first met Ronnie, though, he was all decked out in those suits. He's going a little more casual, hasn't he, Mark?
Yeah, he usually dresses pretty good. I mean, he's dressed good today. He wears a sports coat a lot. It always doesn't stay on very long.
No, Gentleman's Quarterly goes by the wayside pretty quickly with him.
Yeah, but it's not. He's still, he's like a lot of us coaches. He's still playing the game there on the sideline.
He's a great point guard. Dillon now with 22 points in the game. 5 here in the fourth quarter. Is Crouch going to the bucket off the glass and got it to go. And will draw the foul. So Crouch was 6 here in the fourth.
It's been a really good officiating crew. I always enjoy officials that you see the replay right here that sell the call. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, they make the call. They tell you what it is. Great mechanics. Congrats to – and really the officials here all this week have done a good job. Mike Green getting – not only talented teams, but talented officials here, some of West Virginia's best.
Yeah, it's like umpires, man. Tell me if it's a ball or a strike.
That's right.
Don't whisper. All right, trying to make it a 3-point play is Colin Crouch. Crouch, a 65% free throw shooter, but he couldn't get that one to drop. Cutter Boggs fighting for it, and Shady got the timeout.
Going to be a 30-second timeout.
Now, some of these other games were played this week, Mark. We talked about what happened on Monday, then Tuesday. Martinsburg, again, playing back-to-back days. They beat Princeton. Cody Shallis had 27 points. He was 7 of 10 from the three-point line in that game. Princeton was led by Chance Barker, their great quarterback of that state championship football team. He had 16. Nathan Dixon had 18 as Greenbrier East knocked off Nicholas County. Logan got 26 from Lucas Lambert. And Mark Hatcher's Wildcats were victorious over Summers County. And James Monroe captured a big victory over West Side in that game. And see James Monroe later this evening here. Kelly Mann's crew will go up against Independence. That's what happened on Tuesday. Which games did you do that day?
The first two.
Those first two?
Yeah, I did a Martinsburg game, and Mark, my memory's not very good. They've all started to run together.
Then you did the Greenbrier East Nicholas?
Yes.
Yeah, so you got to see the honorable then, didn't you?
Yes, the honorable, the delegate, the voice of the Spartans, one Jeff Soup Campbell.
2.5 to go in this basketball game, 63-45. There's one of the best right there, Jeff Campbell.
Yes, he is. He's been doing it a long time and does it very well.
Take away by the Wildcats, and then it goes out of bounds, but it'll be Nitro's ball. Which one would come over here again, Mark? I had that pen in my hand first time, and I think my pen was about there.
Yes, you did. And, I mean, it had some heat on it from a short distance. But
I had one reception this season at a Marshall game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, D1.
I don't know about that. I'll take it. All right, here is a shot put up and won't go for Thomas, who has 7 in the game. Under 2 to go, and number 2, Dillon, takes it to the hole and scores it. Dillon with 24 now, 65-45, Shady Spring.
Still playing hard, still running the floor.
On the outside, gunning and connecting is Johnson. Johnson delivers a 3. Johnson 6'1". They call him, at least Austin Lowe does, he calls him Lair Bear. We'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll be back here inside the Armory in just a moment. Shady on top.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. At Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back. Little General Store. Fuel your adventure for West Virginia.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
Start the year in drive. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Silverado 1500 models with over $7,000 in total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Back to live action here at the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center. A 65-48 lead for the Shady Spring Tigers, and Kobe Dillon, who has 24 in the game with the basketball, and just off the hands of freshman Jace Bailey. Jace Bailey, Jace Lilly, 2 of the outstanding youngsters for Ronnie Olson's Shady Spring Tigers. Nitro back to work now. Lovejoy turns around, and there's where Lovejoy can do a lot of damage, Mark.
Yeah, and that's, you see him getting it going here late in the game. Needed that in those couple stretches where they were having trouble putting the ball in the basket.
Lovejoy now with 9 in the game, makes it 65-50. Talk about Wednesday action here at the Armory. Liberty got a win against Webster, 59-50. Parker Hodges had 21 points. He made 7 of 10 three-pointers. So how about that? Back-to-back days, 2 guys 7 of 10 from behind the arc.
And I know Parker. Of course, I used to coach Parker in football, and know his dad. And I was lobbying for his dad to take him to the Char here in Beckley and get him a steak dinner. His dad said I could do that if I would like.
Jackson Workman had a nice game. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Young man with a lot of talent. Sophomore you've coached and known for a long time.
Yeah, he's going to be a really good football player. He's a good athlete, and he's a hard worker in there, inside and out for the Raiders.
Woodrow Wilson girls beat Wyoming East 60-47. Danya Burton had 17 points and 15 rebounds, and Beckley's boys got a big win over South Charleston. Preston Clary had 22 to lead Ron Kidd's Flying Eagles. Under a minute now to go in the game. 65-50. Kobe Dillon ready to polish off this nice win for the Tigers. Missed that shot on the other end. Crouch. Nice pass by Thomas. Crouch with 8 points here in the fourth quarter. 14 for the game. Then on Thursday, I know you did that man Greenbrier West game. You said that was a good one.
It really was. Man has a young man by the name Moses 6'10". It was, you don't see that a lot, but both teams battled and competed. Man was able to pull away there to end, and kind of felt bad for Greenbrier West. They really played 2 good games, but fell short.
Huntington High girls defeated Princeton 72-52. Following that one, Ava Gallion went over 1,000 points for her career. She scored 29 for Lonnie Lucas's crew. Then later in the day, Summit Christian downed Independence, and it was Princeton topping Nicholas County. Jace Gum had 27 for the winning Tigers. .4 to go in the game. Randy Rader handing the ball off. Shady has it. Gabe Short to Dylan. Dylan weaves around and is trying to milk that clock. And here is Boggs. Cutter Boggs getting a little fancy there. Couldn't get it to drop. Crouch. Well, taken away there by Dylan. Dylan's bouncer. This time Boggs will put it through.
Yeah, nice job again. You run the floor, you get rewarded. You love that out of your ball handlers and the big guys running the floor.
Boggs has 5. Shot from the outside. Missing for the Wildcats. One more stab at it, and at the buzzer, Elijah Johnson couldn't get it to go. Shady Spring got going there at the end of the first quarter and into the early stages of the second, and they come away with a big win here over Nitro, 67-52. These programs have met in the state tournament semifinals the last 2 years, thus they could meet again. We'll return and recap this one for you here at the 2026 New River CTC Invitational.
The purpose of New River Health is to provide primary medical care to individuals who may not have insurance. We don't turn anybody away based on their ability to pay.
It's just high quality, affordable care close to home.
The administration here lets me take care of patients. If I think it's important to take care of patients in a certain way, they say, go right ahead. And that has really allowed me to sort of branch out and do the right thing for patients in the community.
We see these people every day. They're our neighbors. That's why it's important to us that we treat them as if they're family, because they are our family.
Well, the Shady Spring Tigers being honored after this 67-52 win. Really like what they do here, Mark, with the winning teams.
Yeah, they pretty cool. They get a $1,000 scholarship, and they give them the basketball, which I always like. I think that's pretty cool.
Well, that's a big win for Shady. They knock off Nitro. They'll be back at it on January 13th, taking on Pikeview. And meanwhile, for Nitro, just the Wildcats' second loss of the season. And they'll be taking on the Vikings of Ripley next game, and that will be at Alumni Arena in Nitro. Some good folks we want to salute here, Mark, before we check out of this game.
Yeah, our great crew today here on camera was Jackie Donnell and Alex Fink. On replay, Andrew Bolin, and our producer, Nick Eskins and Levi Barnhart.
Great job, as always. Shady wins it 67-52. Stay with us here. More to come. We will have a battle between Pikeview from Mercer County, just down the road, and the Cougars of Lincoln High School out of Harrison County in Shinston, invading here to meet up with the Panthers. So a game that is won by the Shady Spring Tigers, and leading the way, Kobe Dillon had 26 points, and he leads it for Ronnie Olson's crew. Also in double figures was Gabe Short and Jace Lilly, each with 14. Ty Stevens led Nitro with 17. Colin Crouch had 14. Mark, final thoughts on this game?
Well, I'm sure Coach Lowe's not going to be happy with the performance. It just wasn't their night. I mean, you can see they have talent. Shots didn't fall a couple times in streaks, and Shady was on their game. I mean, that was Shady spring basketball. They jumped on them and stayed on them, and good thing about high school basketball, their practice only counts at the end when the tournament starts.
That's right. A lot of games still to go early on here in December. Nitro falls to 7-2. Shady improves to 6-2. That's going to do it for our great crew. Analyst Coach Mark Montgomery. I'm Mark Martin. And again, we got Pikeview and Lincoln coming up here as our live coverage continues from the 2026 New River CTC Invitational on Video Productions.